Hi, everybody. I'm Yolanda Marie. So, today we're going to talk about when we are having these feelings that we are repeating lessons or things are coming up again that we feel we have already released. We don't know why we are revisiting these things. And so, let me just say, most of the time when this happens, there is something that needs to be released, okay? Or I'm hearing much of the time from the Arcturians, much of the time when this happens. Something does need to be revisited because there is more releasing to do. However, when you have these temporary feelings where you are just sure you've already released something, this may be because someone else's stream of thought has intersected with yours. So this is what this is about. When you have temporary feelings of moving backwards, they may not be coming from you. Other streams of thought or streams of consciousness are interacting with your field, okay? Some thoughts that you believe have originated from you are not actually yours. But after engaging with them as if they are yours, you might then build on them, thus creating a new, different cluster, a different stream of thoughts branching off and moving in a different direction. Here are the Arcturians. The original thought, which comes into your field, your consciousness, unannounced, fits right into the machination of your line of thought. It resembles something that is yours. It applies to a situation that is relevant to you, either in that particular moment or within the bigger scope of an event in your life. And so it behaves as if it is yours, but it did not originate from you. Sometimes it can be that the person whose thought cross-referenced with yours does have an emotional stake in you, or even in the event you are applying the thought to. Or the person can be unrelated, but simply within your range of attention or you in theirs, to the extent that it is easy for the thoughts to intersect and become prominent to you. This is rarely intentional. And this is also natural, given that your original state is oneness, and all things collide within the divine design until you learn how to balance and define your perceived boundaries. And so this thought, which was not yours, leads to another and another until you are in an entire mode of thinking around this cluster of thoughts that did not even originate from you. But it may feel as if it did, because the thoughts did become yours, borrowing phrases and verbiage from your memory, your experience, detailed with things that you feel familiar with. As a result, you may feel as if you are revisiting something again that no longer needs revisiting. But this is not always the case. Many things you revisit are because they do need more clearing. But in the event of this, you may experience desires or emotions that you were sure you had cleared. This can cause your frequency to lower depending upon the nature of the thoughts, and eventually it can begin to germinate an alternate potential timeline. Now, this does take time to build into something permanent, so don't panic. There is going to be time to recognize this, and then we can redirect the thoughts back into a desired direction. We can keep this natural phenomenon balanced and in check. Pay attention to when you do not feel balanced, and then give attention to what thoughts are running through your mind at that time. Ground often and clear your field, chakras, energy centers of anything that does not feel in alignment with your continued expansion. You can also set an intention when it feels necessary to not intersect with a particular person or group's stream of thought, even for a short period of time. Getting used to the feeling of your rising frequencies is something that will really help this. You will always only attract what is a match to you. And since energies are in constant motion, there is always a variance. So getting in tune with how you feel and how your frequency fluctuates, this is going to help keep you aware of any variance going on in your field. So I hope this message is clear and the Arcturians make sense here with what's going on during an intersection of people's thought streams and thought forms. It's not always a bad thing, but it's when your frequency fluctuates to a low enough point, or when you feel like you are reliving things that should already be dismissed. You have cleared them. You have moved on. Then it's time to visit your line of thinking, your thoughts, and really see what is it that was originating from me and what maybe came from somebody else. All right. Love you so much, my friends. Namaste.